What's going on, guys, man? Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Bryan Turner Basketball Podcast. Man, it seems like it's been ages, man. It seems like it's been years, many moons since I decided to do a podcast, but I'm here and got a lot to talk about, man. Energized, excited to be back with you guys, man. Kind of chopping it up and just kind of talking about the world we live in, the world of sports, the world of life. So, happy to be back on here, man. So, without further ado, let's just jump right in, man. Sometimes it seems like when I go for months or days or weeks without doing the podcast, there's always like that stretching, getting back into the thick of things that I have to get adjusted to. But when it's all said and done, a lot of this stuff that I talk about, man, is coming from the heart. So I just kind of let, my creator kind of guide me. I kind of have, certain things that I want to kind of discuss, but I mean, depending on how the show goes, a lot of times it's just like with any other things, man, you have to be able to move and adjust on the fly. So happy to be back. Glad that I'm back. Man, if you're tuning into this, man, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you again for tuning in to another edition of the Bryan Turner Basketball Podcast. And so, like with all other episodes, before we jump right into it, we got to make sure we kind of put some things out there. So this video is going to be powered by Amazon. As you guys know, I have an Amazon storefront. You can kind of click in the link in the description that will be in the description of this video. Kind of check out some of the products that I have, if it's pertaining to, sports, working out, different lifestyle things that I kind of want you guys to kind of try out, kind of do reviews on. Go over there, check out some stuff on Amazon. Let me know what you think. And again, I have a few surprises over there for you. So, if you like some of the stuff that's over there, man, just give it a try and let me know what you guys think. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. With over the last, maybe last 3 years, this channel has grown significantly, and it's because of you guys, man, giving me the energy to kind of keep going. And it's been so many nights that I had to kind of, keep rethinking and reiterating to myself, is this something that I want to do? Is this something that I can keep doing? But folks don't understand when it comes to just the putting out of this type of information and content and just different things is way different than any other social media platform, in the aspect of you got to keep coming with it. You got to keep staying consistent. And I think over the last couple of years, I've been consistent as I can be. Can I be a little bit more consistent? Absolutely. And that's something that I'm going to try to make sure that I can hammer home, if God is willing, within these next couple months, and just kind of give you guys a update on the progress of just what's going on. I'm trying to affect the lives of young men out here, young men and women. I'm trying to be a positive light in this dark world. And a lot of times, man, life takes over. So you got to kind of recharge the battery, actually do the work. You got to kind of get your hands dirty. And I think over these last little couple months, I've got my hands dirty and has been able to come back with a different outlook and a different aspect on things that I feel like I can get on this mic and kind of talk about. So again, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Continue to help this channel grow. yeah, just and let me know what you think. If it's some things that I should be improving on, people that I should have on, topics that I should discuss, man, let me know in the comment section, or just let me know when you interact with some of the stuff I'm putting out. So again, like and subscribe to the channel. Also, we have a promo code, Coach Turner, with $20 off your first purchase over at SeatGeek. Again, guys, if you haven't taken advantage of this, I know a lot of you guys, man, are balling out of control, but every now and then it's kind of nice to kind of get a deal. This is a deal I think you guys could kind of benefit from, especially with all the concerts, all of the entertainment, all of the different things that are going on around this great town. We have to make sure that you go over to SeatGeek and type in the promo code Coach Turner to get $20 off your first purchase on any one of your favorite artists, shows, or anything that is coming to town. And you'll thank me later on that. So it's kind of nice to get that stuff kind of out of the way. So let's just jump right into it, man. What's been going on? What's been going on? So this is June. In June, for those who don't know, it is a big month for high school sports, for high school basketball. And man, your boy been kind of out here, kind of what they say outside. I've been outside a little bit and kind of interacting with my peers, getting a chance to see what is going on around the country, what is going on around the Midwest, what is going on out and about, so I can be able to come back and again help our kids kind of become the best version of themselves when it comes to this game of basketball. We have a 4th, 5th grade, 6th grade team that I've been lucky enough to coach, man, with my son on it, a couple of his friends. We have a real special 5th grade group, 4th grade group, and man, it's kind of gave me a second life and a second win in the aspect of just again getting my hands dirty, man, working with the young folks, working with the young guys, as like young players, and making sure that we're teaching the game the right way and having these guys train and work out, because within the next couple of years, these are going to be the kids that we're going to be out here trying to lure to our schools and see how much they've gotten better. So I just decided to play the long game, and if I can't do nothing else, I should be able to work with mine. So man, it's been a joy to work with these young kids within like the last little couple of months. It's been phenomenal. We have again a 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade developmental team that we just been putting them through all type of workouts, and it's a lot of stuff they don't have to unlearn. So it's just pouring that into them. That's been kind of dope and kind of fun within these last couple months. And June has been a big month for basketball camps. So just to give you guys an update, we are embarking on session 3. By the time you guys hear this, we will be starting session 3 of the Bryan Turner Basketball Dragons summer camp, man, full of basketball. Man, we had almost over 40 kids these last little couple of sessions, and getting them off those tablets, getting them in the gym, making sure that we busting their butt, and just giving them a whole day's curriculum of nothing but basketball, where we break down skill, ball handling skills, defense, shooting, play a couple of fun games, and then we have them compete in the afternoon session. So again, this is my 8th year doing this, and man, it seems like just yesterday that we were coming into the summer months and trying to throw a skills academy, a skills camp, having so many kids in there and trying to figure out how to organize it, because 8 years ago was my first one. And so just to be able to pull it off, I've been to a lot of camps over the years, but to finally get a chance to do one and kind of have it molded in the way that you want to do it was real fun at the beginning. But then as we kind of got our groove into it, man, it's like, man, it's about just trying to get better, because like I said, we travel around the country, we travel all around the place to make sure that we are teaching the game the right way. And And when we come back, we just try to, use these kids as guinea pigs to try these different things. And so, we're embarking on session 3. It's been a fun summer so far. And man, it kind of flew by. I mean, you look up and it's the end of June, and you're like, man, we almost on our way back to school. So again, that has been fun. Third session, the Bryan Turner Basketball Dragon Summer Camp is upon us. That has been something that, man, I was looking forward to. So let's kind of discuss a little bit with the high school team, man. This group right here that I have, man, it's been fun to work with and fun to coach. A very, very young group with a couple mature guys that I have coming back. But mainly this is going to be a fun young group, man, being able to kind of teach the game of basketball to kids that they really want it, they really hungry, and then just kind of watching them grow up. I think every time that we start a season, the season is met with so much optimism, and we look around and we trying to jockey for, who's the best, who's not the best, where do we all fit in. At the end of the day, I just feel like, man, this group is going to help me just, man, dig into all of my coaching bag, because I have a group of kids that they really want it. They really want to get better. And this is going to be a fun group. So we started off the month playing in a Hoops and Beyond, and shout out to the guys at Hoops and Beyond. They ran a June tournament that was phenomenally ran. Had some great teams in there, great locations. I like the fact that the guys were able to kind of factor in some of the financial literacy part for a lot of these guys and a lot of these kids that will have the opportunity to play at the next level in NIL and all of this different money that's that's coming into the game of college sports. These guys got to know how to handle it. And you kind of in a situation where you have to mature at an early age, and not getting caught behind the 8 ball when it comes to things like this, because you can't look around and say that you weren't introduced to this type of information. So this stuff is going hand in hand with information that guys may have about NCAA eligibility, NISHA eligibility. You got to also know about your status when it comes to possibly handling some of this NIL money for those who are lucky enough to get put in that position. So we started off the month playing in that. That was a great tournament to kind of see where our kids are. Like I said, we come in with a group of maybe 7 freshmen that have played at like a high elite level, and they come in and they say they want the smoke. So I want the smoke too. So we put them in all of the smoke of competition, and we've been met with some heavy hitters. And so it's having these guys build up their wherewithal when it comes to just playing on a platform like it is playing at our school. So that was fun playing that week. Then we were able to travel to the Sikeston area, which is kind of like southern Missouri, to play in what we call the Rib City Shootout, which is, again, you play a lot of those teams from like the Boot Hill, that if you're lucky enough to advance, you're going to run into, a Sikeston, a Charleston, a Cape, or, some of those teams from down there. So as a coach, I wanted to go and see where we match up with those guys. So again, we went to Webster, we went to the Rib City. We were able to play in a tournament in Kansas City. And for those who have not went to Kansas City and have played in the Hy-Vee Arena, that is something that I suggest that if you're able to get a chance to go up to Kansas City and play in the tournament, to play in the Hy-Vee Arena, I think that is one of the marquee venues to play in the Midwest. They renovated the old Kemper Arena, kind of gutted it out and put an actual basketball court in the middle of it. And I think that place may hold roughly probably around 12 courts. And that's something that I was like, man, like this is some state-of-the-art stuff. So It gives the arena feel where you're actually playing in a um, like a tournament style. I think the EYBL, Nike EYBL, may have had tournaments held there, but that's a venue that I think a lot of the big elite tournaments should uh, possibly be held there, because it's just one venue that can house so much. So that was something great that we were able to check out during the I think that may have been like last weekend. But in the midst of all of that, man, your boy got a chance to go to the Nike Elite 100 to check out some of the best up and coming talent around this country. And when I say that St. Louis is a sports town, St. Louis is a basketball town, I mean, we were on full display at the Nike Elite 100. And you got a chance to go down there and see grassroots basketball at its best. Shout out to all of the coaches that were involved. Shout out to all of the players, the freshmen and the sophomores that were lucky enough to play in something like that. Man, it took me back in the day to when I played in something similar to that, the Nike camp, which was the top 250 kids in the country, and then the Nike Hoop Jamboree, which is kind of like a fusion, like a mesh of both of the Nike grassroots camps, where you get the nation's best that are playing all at one particular time. And so, and it was great to be able to see these guys play. We got a chance to see Carmelo Anthony's son. We got a chance to see LeBron James' son. We got a chance to see Jermaine O'Neal's sons. Pretty much all NBA players who have kids that are up and coming. I mean, you got a chance to see these kids on display playing camp style basketball. And for those who don't know what camp style basketball is, it's just pretty much like, you go and get yours. I mean, nothing's really at stake. Your teams are really not competing for anything except, I mean, it's like pickup basketball, but again, it's pickup basketball at the rate of playing camp style, because again, you're playing with the nation's best, and you're actually getting coached. You actually have referees out there, so that was fun to watch, kind of fun to pick up on. Got a chance to meet a lot of phenomenal guys, a lot of phenomenal coaches around the country that are in the business of basketball. And when I say in the business of basketball, I mean, everything that is centered around, the athletic side, the nutritional side, the off the court side. Like, all of these guys are just in that world of making sure that the game is kept at a high standard for these young men. So, like I said, that was great and a nice eye opener to see when it comes to grassroots basketball, because like a friend of mine always says, it's just like, man, it's levels to this. So when you get a chance to see the level at which something is organized and ran, and then the level at which how kids take the game serious, you just know that it's a whole nother level to this. So that was great to check out. So again, I just wanted to kind of, give updates on a few things. I wanted to give some player spotlight awards out. St. Mary's own Yuri Collins was picked up to play in the Summer League by the Golden State Warriors. So hats off to that young man as he begins his NBA basketball professional journey. And, so again, I wanted to spotlight that. And to piggyback off that, I want to highlight his younger brother, Zyree Collins, who is a Dragon right now, who's picked up offers from St. Louis University, SEMO, Lindenwood University, and has heard interest from a lot of other schools. So he's a kid right now who kind of has a player spotlight kind of shined on him that is in a very positive light. Then again, I want to give a shout out to all of my incoming freshmen who are playing at a great level right now, entering high school. I know this can kind of be overwhelming to you guys playing at this level right now, really technically still being in the 8th grade, not really taking a high school class yet. But hats off to you guys as far as working hard, committing to what the program and the system is trying to provide for you guys. And that has just been phenomenal to watch, and that leads me to one of my first things that I kind of want to talk about, which is overcoming some challenges and overcoming some adversities. Okay. High school player coming into high school, the speed of the game is so much different. And you kind of see these things at the level of when you leave high school and you go to college. When you leave college, you go to the pros. The speed and the level of the speed of the game, the strength of the game, all of these different things, it takes some getting used to. And these are challenges that just come with just growing pains. If this stuff was easy, you would have way more people saying that they want to play sports or basketball for a living, because it would just be so easy that anybody can just give it a try. But the ups and downs of sports is drama that's going to be, when you play sports, you have the ups and downs, the highs, the lows. One day, man, you're playing lights out. The next day, you might have a bad game. The mental part is something that you have to get used to, because, again, you're coming into a situation where it's uncharted waters. You've never been. And hopefully and luckily you will have mentors, whether if it comes in the form of having upperclassmen kind of walk you through and talk you through the process, being in the locker room, elder statesmen coaches, whether if it's head coaches, assistant coaches, that can kind of tell you, hey, what to prepare for. And then also, if you have people in your family or people that you look up to that has been through this whole process, they can kind of give you wisdom on overcoming challenges. But again, these are things that you're going to be faced with. I can just remember me coming into high school, and the first thing that I just, that I had in my favor is that I didn't know. I mean, we're living in the social media world. We're living in the information world where you can just find out any and everything about a player, the competition, the level of competition that you're about to play against. But growing up, I didn't know that, for the longest, I didn't even know that I was playing up. Let's just start right there. I entered playing basketball at the age right around 11, 12. But I would always play. Let's say if I was in the 6th grade, I was always playing one grade level up. Didn't know, but just was playing one grade level up, to the point where every year I'm playing against someone, and then didn't really notice that, okay, I'm still an underclassman. All of these guys that I just played with, or they're on the verge of going to high school. They're on the verge of already being in high school. And by me coming into high school a year behind everybody and already kind of sensing and seeing the landscape, I just played. And when I played, my coach just threw me on out there, and it was no level of, hey, these guys are older, or this guy is not older, and this guy is a couple of years older than me. It didn't matter. I just played. And so that's something that is just a personal story that I like to tell a lot of my kids, is that a lot of times, guys, hey, man, I've been in every position that you guys either are going through or have not yet went through, whether it's becoming from, coming off the bench, sitting on the bench, being a starter, being a star, scoring a whole lot of points, not scoring a whole lot of points, being on teams that are not that good, being on teams that are good. It's all these different, like I said, highs and lows that you go through, that at some point you're going to have to learn how to just adjust and kind of, see how you can get better in the grand scheme of things. And when you realize that you're going through these ups and downs, highs and lows, at the end of the day, all this is doing is building character. It's building character. It's building character in you. And again, this can be your testimony that you can share with other folks. Hey, man, I've been in that situation before. I feel like mentorship is just so valid and so important for the next generation, because somebody has to hold to the line to be able to show and tell the next generation, hey, this is how it goes. This is how you're supposed to do it. You know, whether they choose to do it or not, you can still put that information out there and kind of let them make their own decision, but at least some type of guidance is set forth and is put into it. So like I said, a lot of this stuff is just building. It's the importance of building character. And anybody will tell you that if you play basketball, you play sports, character development along with basketball skills that's what separates a lot of the goods from the greats. You know, you look at someone like Kobe Bryant. I mean, traveled all over the world playing the game of basketball, even playing against people that didn't even speak the same language that he spoke. But that built character in him to when he came back to the States and played in Philadelphia and was playing in high school, he took the game serious. He took life serious. He took life serious to the point where he's trying to be the best. He's trying to be the best at any and everything he did. You know, that built character. You know, and for the longest, he got knocked for being a bad teammate, you know. But along with the teamwork, you know, it took coaches to bring that out in him. I mean, he had the mentality. And a lot of times when people have that certain, they call it Mamba mentality, being very driven, you know, you kind of rub people the wrong way. You know, and it takes, for certain situations, again, highs and lows, to bring out the fact that, hey, you need to work with other folks in order to, you know, fully unlock your potential. And when you get to understand that, that's the whole relationship building community part that I think Kobe finally got in his older age, maybe year 7, year 8. He started to kind of figure out, hey, I need these guys. I need help. I'm not afraid to ask for help. I'm not afraid to say I need help. I can't do it all by myself. You know, building character. And then once you get that, it's going to be those small little nuggets that you find and you pick up to say, oh man, this helped with my success. And it's something that you learn on the court that can help you off the court when it comes to those things. You know? But yeah, so those are the things that I feel like are so important when teaching this game and explaining this game to the next generation. So oh man. So again, yeah, I didn't want to, you know, go out on a tangent and just kind of talk about all these different things that help build character and overcome challenges. Because again, at the end of the day, man, basketball is such a phenomenal sport, man. You can play this by yourself. You can play this with folks. You can always find different things that you can do to kind of work on your game. So, man. Again, man, this was kind of nice to kind of dust off the little rust, man, that your boy had on him. But in all, again, man, June has been phenomenal. Hopefully that July will be just as good. I think I want to kind of do some videos and kind of highlight some different things that's going to be going on in July when it comes to, you know, Peach Jam, coaches being able to come out, coaches being able to kind of talk to players. And again, shout out to all the college coaches that were there this weekend over in Edwardsville for the live period Edwardsville showcase. I mean, all the heavy hitters were out. Again, we got a chance to play in it. Again, putting our kids on displays to be seen early and often, and hopefully these coaches will come back and check in with our guys saying, hey coach, what's the deal with this kid? What's the deal with that kid? And giving them some positive feedback on the next generation of hoopers. So, man, that's the goal. But yeah, shout out to those college coaches, man. Shout out to Coach Bruce Weber for coming through the Dragons basketball camp last week, man, and kind of sprinkle some knowledge on our kids. And I think a lot of our kids, man, were kind of in awe. They knew he was somebody, but didn't know the degrees of separation of all of the guys this guy has coached, including myself. But the lottery picks, the pros, the first rounders, the Hall of Famers, the gold medalists. I mean, it was a slew of knowledge and a slew of guys that this guy can actually say he had an impact and provided an outlet, a basketball outlet for those guys to get better and, give back. So that's huge. And that's huge to have him in the presence of our camp. Speaking of our kids, man, that goes a long way. So shout out to Coach Bruce Weber for coming through, doing that. Again, we have we're embarking on session number 3 of the Bryan Turner Basketball Podcast. Bryan Turner Basketball Summer Camp, going into this year number 8 for our camp. So yeah, man, this is great to kind of jump out here and do this. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Again, make sure you hit those promo codes. Again, Coach Turner on SeatGeek. SeatGeek, you get your $20 off your first purchase. And like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, any audio podcast, man, rate this. Give me a 5-star rating or give me a 1-star rating, but just rate this. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. We're on pace to try to get to episode 100. So that's the goal. And your boy's just trying to crank all of these different things out, man. Just trying to make sure I stay consistent as possible. That's going to be the key. So for all you guys that are listening out there, and make sure that everyone is grateful for every sunrise, and make sure that you're thankful for every sunset. Appreciate you guys listening. Catch you guys on the next video.